Begin with a few long, slow, deep, silent breaths in through the nose and out from the mouth, in through the belly and out from the chest, in through the heart and out from the mind. And as you emphasize your long, slow, deep, silent breaths, you invite your eyes to close if you're comfortable doing so. And that allows you to improve your focus, your concentration, your visualization, and your imagination. And as you work on all three, begin to extend every exhale at the bottom of every breath. So we have these floating ribs, ribs 11 and 12, that are located down at our lower lobes of our lungs. And at the bottom of every breath, if we squeeze a little more air out, the ensuing inhale is much deeper. So as we always say in our strong Qigong classes, the key to taking a good deep breath isn't how much you draw in through your nose. The key to taking a deep breath is actually how much you puff out from your mouth at the bottom of every breath. So notice when you do that, we call this Yinhale and Yangale. The Yangale, the puffing out, pushing out. The inhale is the deep inhale that follows. And we usually go in through the nose and out from the mouth. And the reason we do that is it's an old martial arts trick or technique. And that is when we purse our lips, we control our exhale. We have many more exhale muscles than we do inhale muscles. We really only have one inhale muscle. That's our diaphragm. So when you squeeze more air out, you control the entire respiratory sinus. And when you inhale deeply, you allow much more air to transfer. So continue that, and now begin to focus your mind on the fleeting moment where your out-breath changes to your in-breath, and your in-breath changes back to your out-breath. Focus on those fleeting moments. And as you do, you'll notice how infinitesimal they are. The idea is to try and seek that fleeting moment. You don't have to find it because it's so quickly turned, but you seek it. And as you seek it, you're sharpening your mind on the stone of the breath, as we say in this class always. So use that as a powerful tool, squeezing more air out, focusing the mind on the fleeting moments. When you feel comfortable, allow your eyes to gently, slowly flutter open as a butterfly might leave a flower. And with that, we're ready for some warm-ups. We're going to throw in some new warm-ups today since it's a new Sunday class. But we'll begin with our old classic, the yoga neck roll. We take a deep breath in and we allow our head to float like a balloon at the end of a string. And then when we exhale, we purse our lips and let the air slowly out of the balloon. Chin drops to chest. And when we inhale again, we inhale and we sweep one ear past one shoulder. And then we exhale and sweep our chin across our chest. Inhale opposite ear past opposite shoulder. And with each exhale, we sweep across. Just like that. Inhale, ear past shoulder. Exhale, sweep across the chest. And this is the yoga neck roll. And the reason we like to start here is it's at the top of the kinetic chain. And it also allows us to calibrate our breath with our vestibular system. In other words, the inner ear and those three canals and the little stones that roll up and down those three canals called otoliths. On every axis, the X and Y and Z axis, we calibrate that with the rising and falling of our diaphragm. And it allows our phrenic nerve to calibrate with our vagus nerve. It allows all of our movement to calibrate with our breath. On your next exhale, when you feel comfortable, just allow your chin to center in your chest and then rise back upright. Beautifully done. We'll work into a few shoulder girdle exercises. We'll loop our shoulder girdles forward and upward, and then we'll squeeze them downward and backward in big circles. And as we do, we calibrate our breath with the movement. So we inhale and loop forward and upward. We exhale, squeeze downward and backward. And we continue these big looping circles in concert with our breath. know this lovingly as the Daje roll. And they're named after an area between our shoulder blades known as the Daje point, an energy center. Beautifully done, looping and scooping upward as you inhale. Now, a little variation from what we usually do. Here's a different warm-up. On your next exhale, relax your shoulders. Cross your wrists and make big shoulder circles. Inhale up and then exhale out to the side and continue in this manner. This is just a classic warm-up. Thought we'd throw in some new wrinkles today since we're meeting on a new day. So you cross wrists, inhale up, and if you'd like to allow your knees to kind of melt down at the bottom, you can. Rise and fall. These are just some classic Tai Chi and Qigong warm-ups. I thought we would add a little bit of variation today to what we normally do. Beautifully done. Now, on this next one, as your hands drop down, invite them to simply relax at your side, and we'll go into a classic we always do, the ragdoll. Just allow your trunk to turn and allow your shift of weight from side to side. Deep and slow, quiet and even, in through the nose, out from the mouth, in through the belly, out from the chest, in through the heart and out from the mind. Beautifully done. Now, as we go from side to side, we invite ourselves to return to center and cross wrists and hands in front of us like so. We take a deep breath in. As we exhale, we spread arms, turn to one side, inhale, cross wrists to center and switch. Exhale. And if you inhale to center and cross, exhale and switch, invite yourself to turn your trunk and shift your weight over that foot. Inhale to center and exhale to side. Just another classic warm-up we thought we'd try today. Mix a few things up. Beautifully done. Well done. And now, as we return to center, bring your hands out in front, palms facing. Okay, so they're just like so. And then you're going to cross-step back and bring this hand back like so. Then inhale to center and switch. Exhale. Inhale to center and switch. This is another classic warm-up in Tai Chi and Qigong. And we're doing these warm-ups slower. They often do them very rapidly to get the heart rate up. We're just shifting weight from side to side. Beautifully done. Just another classic warm-up I thought we'd throw in today, just to give us a few wrinkles. Beautifully done. One more time, and when you feel comfortable, find yourself in the middle. Allow your hands to drop. Rest your hands on your hips, and let's do some hula hoops, looping the hip. We call this stirring the bowl. It's like holding the bell of a wine glass and swirling the last sip of wine around. And whichever direction you chose, simply pause and loop in the opposite. We always strive to wind and unwind, balancing yin and yang. Beautifully done. Now invite yourself to settle back in the middle, right between your base of support. Step out a little wider in each foot and allow yourself to kind of settle into the horse riding stance. Maboo, the horse riding stance. Here's another new one, little classic. Shift weight to one foot, raise the opposite toe. Shift to the other foot, raise the toe, and rock back and forth. Your hands can be on your hips if you feel comfortable like this. This is just a classic warm-up as well. You'll see, raise the toe, shift the weight from side to side. Beautifully done. Just a few classics we'd throw in today. Now finally, settle back in the middle, and before we leave horse stance, let's shift weight on a figure eight. Allow that rocking of the hips and rolling from side to side. Shifting weight. Beautifully done. And finally, we'll return to our center stance. And this time, here's another classic. Bring your feet together. Normally, we do the Elvis loops. This is another classic way of warming up the knees to the ankles. You place your hands right on your knees. You make circles with your knees. Trust me, this is a classic. You'll see in warm-ups for Tai Chi and Qigong. Whichever direction you chose, let's loop in the opposite direction. So there, we threw some new ones in. Now, invite yourself to settle in the middle, stand nice and tall, and get back into your comfortable stance. Beautifully done. Let's begin some Qigong breathing. We inhale our palms up towards our heart. We exhale our palms towards our lap, and we continue breathing in this manner. So as you inhale, your palms rise. As you exhale, your palms fall. You continue breathing in this manner. And as you do, if you're comfortable doing so, invite the eyes to close. And this way you can use the power of your visualization, because Tai Chi breathing and Kung Fu and Qigong all use visualization as a powerful tool. That's why so many of the moves have evocative names. So as you inhale, use this powerful visualization that's known as cleansing the inner body. With each inhale, as the palms rise, imagine a glowing mist forms in the core of the earth, rises through the soles of your feet, through your inner body, and collects in your upper dantian, the center of your mind, the third eye center. And with each exhale, as your palms melt down, imagine that glowing mist formed a glowing cloud, and that glowing cloud formed a glowing rain, and that glowing rain rains back down through your inner body, through the soles of your feet and back into the earth. So with this powerful visualization known as cleansing the inner body, each time your palms raise and you inhale, you draw mist up. Each time your palms fall and you exhale, you draw rain down your body and cleansing the inner body, preparing for all that follows. Beautifully done. And when your hands rise again, invite your hands to pause at heart height in a hugging pose. We know this pose lovingly as stand like tree. This is a meditative pose we use in Tai Chi and Qigong. As we take inventory of our alignment, I'll walk us through it. With long neck and light head, our head and shoulders float upward. With heavy shoulders and heavy tail, our tail and legs, everything melts downward. Between them, the spine gently stretches. This is what's known as the string of pearls in the ancient Asian literature. Our hands hover as if we're tenderly hugging a long-lost loved one, and our feet are parallel in a firm-rooted stance, like a mighty oak. Our three energy centers, our dantian, are balanced perfectly on one another, as if we gathered three smooth river rocks and balanced them perfectly on life's river's edge. And with soft knees and soft belly, soft breath and soft gaze, we allow our eyes to gently close if they aren't already, and we visualize the warm-ups in our mind's eye. All the new warm-ups from head to toe. We see it, we feel it coursing through us. As we extend every exhale as if blowing through a straw, through closed eyes and pursed lips, our hands begin a slow journey downward until Our thumbs cross over our belly button and our folded fingers warm on the cauldron of the body, the lower dantian. And we use the power of our visualization through closed eyes and pursed lips as if we blow on the embers of the cauldron of the body. The embers delight and respond and grow brighter and brighter. And with each deep ensuing inhale, we draw that light upward and outward. We begin to blow on the embers of the cauldron of the heart, the respiratory sinus, the rib cage. We call it the chest cavity, all these things in the West, but in the East, it's the cauldron of the heart, the middle dantian, the seat of compassion and emotion. As we blow on the embers of the cauldron of the heart and the cauldron of the body, the embers respond and fill our inner galaxy with light until it spills beyond our inner galaxy and bathes the space around us with light, warm, silken chi energy. May your body be strong and may your heart be calm. If your eyes are closed, enjoy it as your hands begin a slow journey downward to your side, only inviting your eyes to gently, slowly flutter open as a butterfly might leave a flower. Welcome. We're ready to begin. We step into the center of our little boat, and the hand on this side of the room or screen makes a gentle fist that floats before the heart. The hand on this side covers it, and together we take a deep breath in to straighten. We slowly exhale and bow to one another in a gesture of mutual respect. As we inhale ourselves back upright in gratitude for the tradition, as we exhale, our hands melt down. When we inhale again, we inhale them up overhead about an inch apart. We slowly and deliberately exhale them down our center line. This is known as centering the chi. We do one more time, this time in the Shaolin manner. Our palms come together. We exhale only to the heart center. And this is in deference to the Shaolin we borrow so much from. We inhale and our elbows rise and wrists straighten. We exhale and our hands melt down, and we are ready to begin. Step out into our little boat and we unlock our knees so that when we inhale, our hands up again an inch apart. As we exhale, our knees and hands melt in concert with our breath. So we're floating with the breath with every inhale. We're melting with the breath with every exhale. This classic movement is known as sinking the chi. We use it as a way to check our alignment and make sure those three smooth river rocks that we gathered and stacked and balanced perfectly on life's river's edge remain so. So we inhale and knees and hands float. We exhale and knees and hands melt. And in a moment, when the hands drop again, and when they rise again, we shift weight in front of one foot. The hand and foot on this side come out in front of us. The heel is down, the toe is up, and the opposite hand is in between. We take a deep breath in, and as we exhale, we switch to the other side, inhaling up and exhaling down. And we continue from side to side, rising and falling with our breath. This movement we know lovingly as playing pee-pong, the ancient Asian lute. You rise with the breath and fall with the breath and play pee-pong from side to side. Beautifully done. On this next one, when you come out of it, step out, find your center, sink your chi. Exhale down. Inhale and rise. Exhale and fall. Beautifully done. Now, when your hands rise again, invite your eyes to follow them upward as you cross wrists with gentle fists. As you exhale, you drop as low as you can go and then rise as high as you can reach and continue in this manner. In Qigong, this is known as gathering the Qi. In Tai Chi, this is known as embracing Yin and Yang. Many of these things have different names in different traditions. But you follow the breath upward, you follow the breath downward. Beautifully done. Embracing Yin and Yang, gathering the Qi, whatever you want to call it. All beautiful. And on this next one, as your hands rise, I'm going to ask you to shift weight out over 1 foot. And your hands rise up in 2 gentle fists. And we'll pause with one leg upward, like so. Join me now. It looks like so. And then we drop, cross wrists, and switch. Inhale up, 2 gentle fists. Exhale, drop, cross wrists, and switch from side to side. We call this the Shaolin bucket hold. This is a part of a warm-up series the Shaolin use in their Kung Fu prior to more dramatic, more athletic moves. So simply shift, inhale and rise, pause with 2 fists as if you're holding 2 buckets of grain or 2 buckets of water. Challenge your balance on this Father's Day Sunday morning. Beautifully done. On this next one, simply resume embracing Yin and Yang. Inhale and rise, cross, exhale and fall. Beautifully done. Continue. Now, as your hands rise again, invite them to pause above you about 1 foot apart, palms facing, and then glide down as you exhale. At the bottom, wrists and elbows flare out in a circle. As you drop and exhale, they flare in and inhale up. We continue tracing these 2 small circles with our hands as we exhale down and inhale up. This movement we're doing now in Qigong is known as cleansing the lungs. We exhale down and inhale up as the hands trace 2 small circles. We imagine they're holding silken cloth, and we're gently polishing the inside of 2 singing bowls, 2 Tibetan bowls. And the reason we use that particular visualization is because in the ancient Asian literature, metal is the element of the lungs. So we're just following that tradition. We're polishing these 2 singing Tibetan bowls. Beautifully done. And on this next one, when your hands come out of it, I want you to grasp a ball and drop as low as you can, scoop out at arm's length. Inhale up, then exhale down your body and continue this low scoop and this high reach as your eyes follow the hands. Your hands follow the breath. So you inhale and rise, you exhale and fall. And in Tai Chi, this move is known as digging in the garden. But a classic visualization I like to use is that you're holding a pail and standing in knee-deep water, and you're lifting the pail and dumping the water on your head, cleansing yourself as you drop down and inhale again. Beautifully done. Follow your breath. The eyes follow hands, the hands follow breath, the breath follows mind. Well done. Now, when the hands drop again, I'd like you to pause and make 2 big, hungry tiger claws. As you exhale down, you grasp the earth. You inhale to your heart. As you exhale, you grasp the sky. And inhale to your heart, and you continue in both directions. Exhale, grasp earth. Inhale to heart. Exhale, grasp sky. Inhale to heart, and continue in both directions in this manner. This is one of the oldest series in Tai Chi and Qigong, known as the 5 animal frolics. This is just one of the animals. You may have guessed it when I told you to make 2 big, hungry tiger claws. This is known as the tiger. And in Tai Chi, the human lives between heaven and earth. That's actually part of the ancient Asian literature. And using the elements from the animal kingdom, we draw up from the earth and we draw down from the sky. That's actually part of the literature tradition. So using the tiger, grasp the sky hungrily, inhale it towards your heart, exhale to earth, grasp the earth hungrily, inhale to your heart. You'll notice you're always inhaling to your heart. And that's emblematic of the tiger as well, the hungry tiger, consuming heaven and earth. Beautifully done. Now, the next time your hands fall, relax them, find your center, and sink your chi. Rise with the breath and fall with the breath. Continue. Beautifully done. When your hands drop again, invite them to pause at the bottom, extended out at arm's length. Inhale them up to heart height at arm's length and back down with your breath. This is known as opening the door. It's preparing us to land this plane. So the next time your hands rise, invite them to spread wide and stand like tree. With long neck and light head floating upward, our heavy shoulders and heavy tail melt downward. As our spine, our string of pearls stretches between them, our hands hover as if we're tenderly hugging a long-lost loved one. Our feet remain parallel in a firm, rooted stance like a mighty oak. With soft knees and soft belly, soft breath and soft gaze, or better yet, eyes closed, we see and feel those 3 smooth river rocks that we gathered and balanced so perfectly on life's river's edge. As we see and visualize the movements we completed, sinking the chi and gathering the chi, playing peepaw, the bucket hold, and cleansing the lungs and the bear and the great tiger, we continue to breathe and see it, feel it through us, and our hands begin the final journey downward, where the thumbs cross, the folded fingers rest below where we began, the lower dantian. We warm our hands on the cauldron of the body. We extend every exhale as if blowing through a straw, through closed eyes and pursed lips. We resume blowing on the embers of the cauldron of the heart and the cauldron of the body. And with each deep ensuing inhale, draw the light upward and outward. And now we begin blowing on the upper dantian, the cauldron of the mind, the home of the third eye center, the home of the power of our visualization, our imagination, and our concentration. We continue to focus. As we blow on the ember of all 3 cauldron, our inner body is filled with the brightest light yet. It spills beyond our inner body and it bathes the room around us. It spills beyond the room around us and it bathes the world around us. It spills beyond the world around us and it bathes life itself around us with light, warm, silken chi energy. And may your body stay strong, and may your heart stay calm, and may your mind stay sharp, and may your spirit stay free. Yidao, Qidao, which means where intention goes, energy flows, also known as where the mind goes, Qi flows. If eyes are closed, enjoy it as your hands melt to your side one final time, only inviting your eyes to gently, slowly flutter open as a butterfly might leave a flower. We step back into our little boat where we began, and very slowly and deliberately inhale the hands up an inch apart, just as slowly and deliberately exhaling down our center line, centering our chi at the beginning as promised. Beautifully done. And we finish with the hand on this side of the room or screen, making the gentle fist, the hand on this side covering it, and together. We take a deep breath in to straighten. We slowly exhale and bow to one another. You give yourself a much earned, much deserved round of applause for being the light you made in the world today.